Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. What time 1923 Season 2 Episode 5 releases on Paramount+. 1923 Season 2 enters its second half, with Episode 5 coming out on streaming this week. 1923's cast is led by legendary actors like Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford, as well as compelling younger stars like Brandon Sklenar. Roughly a century before Yellowstone, the prequel series examines the Dutton family during the Prohibition era and the years leading up to the Great Depression, allowing for a particular cultural examination to complement the usual Western/land ownership drama. 1923 Season 2 story so far has seen the main antagonists, Donald Whitfield, Timothy Dalton, and Banner Creighton, Jerome Flynn, preparing for their hostile takeover of the Dutton Ranch. Meanwhile, the Duttons have endured a harsh winter of frigid weather, rabid wolves, mountain lion attacks, and an excruciating brain surgery. In other regions of the country, Spencer Dutton and his wife, Alex, are on their own individual journeys to reunite at the ranch in Montana, facing complex perils themselves. Brand new episodes of 1923 Season 2 are released every Sunday at 12 a.m. Eastern Time on Paramount+. 1923 Season 2, Episode 5 can be streamed on March 23 at 12 a.m. ET, so Saturday night or early Sunday morning, depending on how you look at it. However, that doesn't mean it's going to be released at 12 a.m. in all time zones. Viewers will need to convert 12 a.m. ET to their respective location. For example, this would be 9 p.m. Pacific Time on March 22, 2 a.m. Brazil Time, 5 a.m. UK Time, and 7 a.m. Central European Time. With Episode 5 being released this Sunday, we're now in the back half of 1923's second and final season. Episode 5 is titled Only Gunshots to Guide Us, implying an action-packed episode, hopefully resolving some of the complaints about the season's slow pacing. Season 2's 8-episode count is in keeping with the show's previous season, as well as the other Yellowstone spin-off series, 1883. 1923 Season 2. Episode 4's ending saw Spencer Dutton narrowly surviving an encounter with some hobos on a train, leading him to jump off and travel on foot. Police will likely remain in pursuit of him after the bootlegging debacle, but he may link up with Tina Rainwater, who's been traveling around the same area. In Montana, Whitfield and Creighton are about to begin constructing their army to assault the Dutton Ranch. With Alex making it onto her train, she might end up reaching the ranch before Spencer does, creating some compelling dynamics for 1923's final episodes. There's something about the wild Montana sky, the grit of frontier life, and the relentless pull of family legacy that keeps us glued to our screens when 1923 comes on. The Yellowstone universe, masterfully crafted by Taylor Sheridan, has captivated audiences yet again with the second season of 1923. As the story of the Dutton family continues to unfold in this prequel to Yellowstone, fans are eager to know just one thing. What time does Season 2, Episode 5 of 1923 drop on Paramount+? We've got the answer, and then some. So saddle up, grab a strong cup of coffee or a glass of whiskey, Dutton style, and let's dive into all things 1923, Episode 5. The release time. Set your clocks for the West. Paramount Plus has been consistent with its rollout of new episodes from high-profile series like 1923. If the streaming pattern holds, like it has for previous episodes, you can expect Season 2, Episode 5 to release at 3:00 a.m. ET/12:00 a.m. PT on Paramount Plus. Yes, you read that right. Midnight for the West Coast Cowboys, and a bleary-eyed 3 a.m. for those Eastern folks who can't wait to ride back into the Dutton drama. Whether you're an early riser or a night owl, you'll want to catch this one fresh. A brief ride down memory lane. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's pause and reflect on what we've seen so far. Season 2 of 1923 has not held back. With intense emotional stakes, sweeping landscapes, and the kind of frontier justice only the Duttons can deliver, the show has taken us on quite a ride. We've watched as Jacob Harrison Ford and Kara Helen Mirren continue to protect the ranch and the family legacy while dealing with betrayal, bloodshed, and the brutal realities of a rapidly changing West. The challenges have grown darker, the enemies more dangerous, and the cost of survival even steeper. From Europe to Africa, the storylines are epic in scope, but always come back to one central question: what will the Duttons do to keep their land and their legacy intact? What can we expect in Episode 5? While Paramount is keeping official Episode 5 details tightly under wraps, fans have been piecing together clues from trailers, interviews, and previous episodes. Without diving into spoiler territory, we can guess a few things. Spiraling tensions. As the season crosses its halfway point, alliances will start to fray, and secrets may come to light. Kara's quiet strength could face new tests, and Jacob's leadership will likely be challenged yet again. Spencer's journey. One of the most compelling threads of 1923 is the saga of Spencer Dutton. Will we see him finally make his way back to Montana? Episode 5 could be a pivotal point for him to reconnect with his roots, or discover how much the land has changed. Enemies in the shadows. The Duttons have never been short on enemies. Episode 5 may reveal who's lurking in the shadows, waiting for a moment of weakness to strike. A turning point. Traditionally, Episode 5 of an 8-episode season tends to be a game changer. Expect shocking revelations, character shifts, or even a major cliffhanger that will leave us shouting at our screens. Why everyone's talking about 1923. Let's be honest, the Yellowstone verse could have easily been a one-hit wonder. But 1923 has carved its own trail through television history. A big part of its allure lies in its ability to balance action, character, and history. While Yellowstone is rooted in modern-day ranch drama, 1923 takes us to a time of prohibition, war, pandemics, and industrialization. The stakes feel larger because history is being written, and the Duttons are shaping it. And with acting legends like Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren bringing gravitas and depth to the story, the show is nothing short of cinematic. How to watch Episode 5. If you're new to 1923 or just need a reminder, here's the scoop. Platform: Paramount Plus, available via web, app, Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, etc. Subscription: you'll need a paid plan, either the Essential or the Premium tier, to watch. Free trials may still be available for new subscribers. Release time: Sunday 3:00 a.m. Eastern/12 o'clock a.m. Pacific. Episode length: typically between 45 to 60 minutes. And if you haven't caught up on the earlier episodes of Season 2, now's the time. Trust us, you don't want to go into Episode 5 unprepared. Tips for your viewing party, even if it's just you. Let's face it, watching 1923 is an experience. Make the most of it with a few Dutton-approved tips. Set the mood. Dim the lights, light a fire, real or fake, and get cozy. Snacks fit for the frontier. Think beef jerky, cornbread, or a hearty stew. Dress the part. Throw on a flannel or your best cowboy hat. You're part of the ranch now. No spoilers allowed. If you're watching late, beware the Monday morning spoilers. Social media can be a minefield. Why Episode 5 could be the one that changes everything. In every Taylor Sheridan series, there's an episode that flips the script, where the power dynamics shift, characters reveal hidden layers, and the path forward suddenly becomes a lot more dangerous. Episode 5 of 1923 Season 2 feels poised to be that episode. With only a few more chapters left in the season, the time for setup is over. Now comes the payoff, and probably the pain. Final thoughts: keep your eyes on the horizon. So, what time does 1923 Season 2, Episode 5 come out on Paramount Plus? Sunday at 3 a.m. ET/12 a.m. PT. Mark your calendars, set your alarms, and prepare your heart. Because in 1923, no one rides through life unscathed. But for fans of this sweeping Western epic, the ride is always worth it. Whether you're tuning in for the tense family drama, the sweeping visuals, or the simple joy of hearing Helen Mirren calmly threaten someone with a rifle, Episode 5 promises to deliver everything we've come to love about 1923. And if history has taught us anything, it's this: never count the Duttons out. See you on the ranch. Want me to turn this into a blog post or social media blurb too?